Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup, and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both males and female, who were actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Alright, ready. Today is Friday, October 7, 2022, and welcome back to another conversation about Meadowbrook Memories. Me as usual, Jelly, our Prince, our Glacier, our Lance, and by now you know so any one of those names will do. Joining me today is the one and only Margaret Livermore, who is responsible for most of the females who have graced us with their presence on those journey down memory lane of Meadowbrook High School. Also rejoining me is my lifelong friend Tony Moore, who has never lost faith in me and is always there with words of encouragement, support and vision whenever I need it. Our guest this week, compliment of Margaret of course, says her time at Meadowbrook was short, but we who have been to that great school at 2 Meadowbrook Avenue know say, once you come to Meadowbrook, the effect upon you is a lifetime, even if for one day you come there. She says she only spent 3 years at Meadowbrook, but without further ado, I'm going to make her tell her own story. So, welcome to the Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. Salome Rose, introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Salome. Everybody know me as Sally or Miss Meadowbrook. I went to Meadowbrook in 3rd form to 5th form. Came from Solofield All Age School. 9th grade, past 9th grade because I didn't get a chance to do common entrance, some personal issues and all of that. So it was short and it was very, very sweet. You know, I wish it was longer, but it didn't do.
Come on, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, like I said, yeah. So, Margaret, reintroduce back yourself.
Hi, I'm Margaret Livermore, class of 83. And I really enjoy joining Jelly on these podcasts. I get some laughs that I wouldn't normally have. Let me put it that way. And I learn things every single time I listen to one that surprised me, sometimes shocked me, pleasantly, I must say. Thanks again for having me, Jelly. Appreciate it.
No problem, Margaret. The pleasure is mine. From the moment you reach out to me, I'm here. Naked. This has been a wonderful, wonderful relationship between you and I. So the pleasure is all mine. Tony Moore, my brother, introduce back yourself, my brother.
Jelly, as always, thank you for the opportunity for tapping every time I can, brethren. Excited about your guests. Margaret and I are just lifelong from way, way back. And the one and only Sally. Enough story there, so we punch hard, Jelly, but make her run with it.
So, all right, Sally, we could start the way there. So what do you know you're at school for before I ask the first question? Sally or Salome? Which one better?
Salome,
all right. Because when I call the name, but we know exactly how we matter. All right, Salome.
Yeah.
But I know, you know, the first question we always ask anybody who come on them a conversation, you know. Did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook chose you?
Meadowbrook chose me. Meadowbrook chose me because I didn't have a choice. And it was a good choice. Yeah. And then after I went to Meadowbrook, I found out that I had like 4 cousins that went there before me. Even one of them was a teacher. Artin Wright was an art teacher at Meadowbrook. the right boys. Yeah. So
But you mean them choose you, I never have a choice. I don't understand that. Explain that to me.
well, when I took the ninth grade exam,
Now,
it was just
hold on,
Meadowbrook.
Salome. But for expand on that
Mm-mm.
right away. Ninth grade achievement test and get the proper name I
Y-
want to you.
Yes,
Because no
ninth
people don't
grade
understand that,
achievement
Say the
test.
ninth grade achievement test and expand exactly what it is.
Oh God, I don't remember what it was.
I
I
remember,
know.
we go ahead and
Go,
let
you
me
go.
help you. Go on, yeah.
Yeah. I know when you get to ninth grade, you take an achievement test to go to high school from secondary school. And my only choice was Meadowbrook. I never have a choice of choosing another school because financial issues, personal issues, family issues, that was the choice.
Yeah.
And I was told that you're going to Meadowbrook and that's it.
Okay, so you live near Meadowbrook?
No, I live on Riddlesville Road, closer to Constant Spring Road. But my aunt at the time, she had some church sisters were teachers at Meadowbrook,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna get her in. That's where she's gonna go to Meadowbrook."
And for
Yeah.
for the record, Salome, the 9 grade achievement test is something a way back it a come from. It's like the kids them will never
Yes,
pass common entrance initially.
yeah,
It's like them get a
and I
second.
didn't.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, because I didn't get a chance to take common entrance,
Mm-hmm.
so that was the next choice
Mm-hmm.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the kids them who don't pass common entrance but the first two go in a fifth
Mhm,
and sixth grade. That's another
mhm,
chance. Them got junior secondary school at the time or them in a all age school.
mhm,
Cause the boy them from primary school to the secondary school, like over primary card, junior secondary music card, and when you reach 9th grade now, you get another chance to go a traditional high school, which I think was good.
mhm,
And
mhm.
you take the opportunity, and as I say, you never have
Yeah,
a choice but for Meadowbrook.
But
So,
yeah.
Jelly, correct me if I'm wrong, is less students come into the ninth grade, so technically it's harder for qualify with the ninth grade. Would that be right?
well, I'm Salome, we have to tell you that because I mean, I know
Yes,
exactly. You go ahead and expand on
yes,
that, yeah.
yes. The list was shorter, and sometimes you have to know somebody who knows somebody to get you on the list, and that was my opportunity. That my aunt at the time knew a couple teachers at the school, so I was able to get on the list because it was hard to get on the list. It's a shorter list and more student.
So it's not like say everybody in a 9th grade take it.
Everybody take the test, but not everybody get the opportunity to go to a like you say, a
Traditional
traditional
high
high
school. That
school.
is true. That is
Yes,
true. That is
Because
true.
if you
yes,
think about it, the onboarding for first farm is a massive amount,
yes.
and
Mhm,
very few will join you
mhm,
at ninth grade. So it make a
mhm.
lot of sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah. There's a guy who come up with was and Margaret, let me get back to him because Margaret did meet Mr. Dean one day. And Mr. Dean wanted to meet a number of Archibald Hilton. He came through the 9th grade to Margaret.
Mhm,
When much
Okay.
older than him, wouldn't
mhm,
know him at all. Tony wouldn't know. When I go to school, like him was in like fourth or fifth form. Archibald Hilton. But me have
mhm,
him a come up, but he came through the 9th grade too, and he ended up as being the
mhm,
head boy, Salome. So there's a great tradition
mm.
from people that come from all age school
Yeah,
or secondary school and come in a Meadowbrook and fit in and love
yeah,
the
and it's
place.
harder too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
harder to get in. Yeah, because I remember there was a waiting list, and you have to know somebody who knows somebody to push you up on the list. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I got there.
Yeah,
Got into
I
the
made
Meadowbrook.
a sister-in-law who took the 9th grade, but she ended up, just like I said, like not, get
Mhm.
she went to Tivoli Garden, even though she never from a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
They must send her the newer
Mhm.
school, Tivoli Garden was a comprehensive high school, they,
Our Tarrant,
that,
Tarrant High School too was
right,
one of the
right,
places.
right. That became high school afterwards. So
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
So you never knew what the Meadowbrook there before at all, Salome?
No, no, never know that that school was down there in that little corner there.
Mm-hmm. So when you say Meadowbrook, Yaga, what was the impression you get in your mind? Well, you passed then. You passed the Meadowbrook. When you
Yeah,
say,
when I got there, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can fit in. This is a rich people school. Because where it was, and the people that was going there drop off from a school with car, and then them not take bus, and them kind of way there. I was like, oh my God, me from 28 Redders Road, how am I gonna fit in with these people?
and 28 Reddit Road and near Yusuf Park Road.
No man, closer up to Constant Spring. So
Where? Define. What I mean close up to Constant Spring.
it was like all the way past Dunrobin Primary School, because I used to go to Dunrobin
Yeah.
Primary School.
I know where you talk. Yeah.
Yeah, closer to the top.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know where you talk. Near Dunrobin Primary School and Dunny
Yeah,
School. Yeah,
because
man.
that's where I used to go. That's the school I used to go,
Yeah.
Dunrobin Primary
No.
School.
Yeah, I got you. So you end up
Hmm.
at Swallowfield. Let's say take the exam from Swallowfield. What had you go?
No, Oh, I ended up at Swallowfield because when I was going to Dunham in primary school, it was time for exams. My mother, she had this thing where she would travel with her birth certificate with her all the time, and she used to move a lot. We used to move a lot, and we was living in Spanish Town at one point before when Spanish Town was good, and she got robbed, and the guy robbed her, cut her in her neck, took her purse and everything, and it was common interest time coming up, and my mother went to the school and asked the principal. All she had to do was sign a letter to say, I'm a student there, and I can take the exam, and she wouldn't sign the letter. So that's how I end up at Swallowfield all age, because the next step was trying to find a school.
So who wouldn't sign the letter? The teacher?
The headmistress at the time.
But I never have the birth certificate.
Yes, because everything was birth certificate them time. Now birth certificate they recognize you.
So I know Obama alone marks birth certificate for me. Salome in a good company, don't worry.
I'm telling you.
Anyway, politics aside, because this is not a political program. I could move on.
I know. But as a child, you see everybody at a common entrance and I go where they want to go, and you don't get the opportunity. It was
no, I'm glad you tell that part. It's unfortunate, and just because your mother live in our area, or live in our area, the boy them rob her and take her the birth. And she travel the birth certificate specifically if you avoided being stolen, want to live.
Exactly. And at the time, we was supposed to be migrating, but it never happened then. And, you need birth certificate with paperwork, and she constantly had it on her. So it was.
So, Sally, let me ask you a question. Meadowbrook chose you, but at the time, as you know, you were trying to get into high school. Was there a high school you wanted to go?
Well, tell the truth, I was at the point where I was like, wherever I get in, I get in. Because I wanted to go to, like Jelly said, traditional high school, so it's recognizable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I went to such and such a high school. So I was glad when I got the opportunity to go to Meadowbrook, even though I didn't know about Meadowbrook.
So it's not like
in a sense,
go ahead.
It's like it chose me and I didn't choose it. You know what I'm kind of way there?
Yeah, man. No, man, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You feel glad, say, a school actually choose you and hug you up and I say, come in.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I Meadowbrook was good for that. Yeah, I hear you. That was nice.
Yeah.
And
I remember.
Yeah, go ahead, Sally.
I remember the first day when I went. It's like I went to school in the middle of the school week, and I remember walking in the doors because the lady brought me in the morning, and she took me to the guidance counselor. And that lady was such a horrible lady to me straight through my 3 years at Meadowbrook. The guidance counselor lady. I don't know what it was with me. My mouth was a little bit smart at the time, I guess. So I remember meeting her, and she was so rude, You come into this area and this environment with all these people, and you try, fit in, and the first impression is, who are you to want to come to this school? You know them kind of way there?
Yeah, so it should make you feel.
Yeah, that's how I felt the first day I went to school.
So I think you want to feel away that it was just a message I try to send to people come from a certain school, you think?
I think so. I think that's what it was. That why you get this chance, why did you get this opportunity, and other kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is.
From better environment or from better homes or whatever. You took away their spot. You know that kind of mentality? Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. But you know, right, I think I should know where I come from. Or know the opportunity to an age.
Exactly.
So that aside, that unfortunate opening, you end up sounding like you love Meadowbrook in terms of saying,
oh my God.
Who are some of the friends that we meet then on the first day then?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to tell you. The first person I met at the first day of school was Michelle Charlton and Yolanda Henry. Those were the first two girls I met in that class. And the classroom used to be right at the front of the gate. So, you know where that now have I don't know what I have there, but my classroom was there, and Andrew Earl was my prefect.
Bird, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And me and Michelle became friends all through my 3 years at Meadowbrook, up till today's day.
Yeah, but let me ask you, Tony, so I get up something to say.
No, go on, man, go on. Go on.
Let me ask you something, Salome. It's like, so you come in and you meet them two people. Were these girls from the 9th grade, or they were at Meadowbrook before?
They were in Meadowbrook before because they all came from first farm.
Okay, and them
Because I met them all in third farm.
And them embrace you right away.
Yes.
So
especially Michelle.
Oh, you were surprised at the embrace you get from the student of Meadowbrook?
I was a funny person and I used to crack jokes a lot. So I think that sort of broke the ice too with me and her. But Michelle, she was the first person to come up and, start talking to me because, you come in an environment and you look around and you say, oh my God, you try to be comfortable, but you're not comfortable. And she broke the ice by starting a conversation and I just started cracking jokes right away. And that was it. And
was Sonia Earl in your class at that time as well, Salome?
I don't remember Sonia Earl. I don't remember that name.
All right, cool.
I know Andrea Forbes was in my class, Jackie Wilson, Jacqueline, what was her name? She died.
Phillips.
Jacqueline Phillips, Yolanda Henry. Yeah.
So I saw Bird link up with Yolanda. I saw it go.
I saw the link work when he was a prefect.
Yes, and that's how I found out that they were, knocking heads at the time.
Yeah.
From being that class.
That never started third form still, but anyhow, go on with it.
Yeah. Well, that's when I noticed it, because that's when I got there.
Yeah. So Margaret, what year were you in? When Salome came to school, what form were you in, Margaret?
Fourth form.
Okay, I got you. So you knew her at school or after school you knew her?
No, man, I knew her from school. We were not really friends, but we knew each other.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Yeah. So
Jelly, remember, Jelly, it's when Salome just come school, and Salome, a long time, maybe I'm forgetting here. But remember the first time I see her, and, only certain girl used to wear the non-traditional Meadowbrook plaid, and Sally, you were not in the traditional dark plaid, or were you?
No, I was in the heavy standard material that we're supposed to wear. But
you later on switched to the lighter one.
Yeah, but the V on my uniform was way deep.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, man? What do you mean by that?
The V in
the front.
The V in the front is supposed to be up to a certain level. But sometimes you cut it deeper.
Oh, the V. Okay, I hear you. No, I understand the V. Oh, I know the V.
Yes. Hey, there were certain girls that would, let me be respectful here, that would not, and Sally wasn't one of those, but there was a time when it was a style that you roll up your sleeve and you part your white shirt.
Yes.
And then little boy who never say anything yet start look.
Yes. Would you believe I still have my fifth form uniform?
Yeah, it still fit you?
Well, no, but I still have it.
Okay, I hear you. Camila said I forgot send picture with you and a uniform and I could post it for you, yes.
No, I put it on, but it don't zip up.
The V get bigger.
As long as you can put it on, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
That's right.
Tony should put on the V.
On your head like a head wrap.
The V get bigger. The V get bigger, Tony. That's what she said. The V bigger,
all right.
But Carl Stimson came to my house and Nadine Moulton, and they tried it on, took pictures. I have pictures of them in the uniform.
They fit them.
No, but they tried it on. Because remember the zip is in the back.
Yeah.
So you can put it on and stand up. Yeah.
I hear you, Salome. I hear you. So, what's some of the teachers that we meet now? For the first term, you're there at Meadowbrook.
Oh my God, I'm not good with names. But the teacher that brought me in, she died. It was two sisters. I don't remember what her name was, and she died. She was a younger teacher for us when I got there.
I know she was like
Miss who?
Recently died?
No, man, a while ago. I think, she tall. She was tall, have long hair.
Gillis? I know Miss Gillis.
Could be, I'm not so good with name. I'd have to go pull out my book.
Mm-hmm.
But I have memories of Mrs. Patchinger. She was my history teacher in fifth form. She and I was good together. And then my Spanish teacher, and then I took typing instead of biology or whatever. You had to choose typing or whatever. So I chose typing, and I remember my typing teacher. I don't remember her name, but I can see her face right now. And Mr. McGregor. I remember Mr. McGregor.
Teacher Matt, Rory.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
With him stockings
Physics.
and slippers. Oh, that man was something else.
Nah, man, that's fine, Salome. You know, I have to remember the whole pan name or none. I just so you come to Meadowbrook now, and you say you mentioned something earlier. You say you think say only rich people come to Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Well, when did you disabuse yourself of that now and realize that was
I didn't. That was in my head for my all 3 years I was there.
You mean the 3 years today you never seen a poor people at Meadowbrook?
Yeah, I
Yes, and
see
a
poor people.
sufferer.
Yeah, but the percentage was people with money.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was, people driving cars come to school, lunch money
Hey,
where you could
Jelly,
buy packed lunch.
so Jelly drive car come to school.
Yeah.
Jelly, you should have looked on the whole time,
say,
brother.
What I say, me ask like, I never consider myself have the money because
Well, not you, the parents then. Not you, but your parents.
yes,
You know?
no, but you know why? Because my old man get the car when I'm a big man. A Ford Escort, 74 or 75 that time. I just start school and him never like drive. Him learn to drive also. I'm teach you how to drive. I drive from me at 12. You see me I said to you,
Wow.
drive from me, I drive good too. So yeah. So man,
2003, me learned to drive.
where you come from foreign, yeah?
2003. I came to the States in 85 and I learned to drive in 2003.
Wow.
Yeah, because I didn't have to drive, but when I moved to Georgia, you had to drive.
Yeah. You're there up in the northeast, so you just take your train and your bus. And
Yep.
Yeah, subway, yeah, I hear you.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you. No man, say all the things, so the friends, say friends, them, they have money, the one where you say just meet.
Yeah, because them you see, especially Michelle Charlton, she buy box lunch every day. You get it $2, you buy a patty and a juice. And you're all right. Every day she buy box lunch. Because she used to get her $20 or $5, whatever, and you get your $2.
Yeah.
And you have to, $2, you get your juice and your patty, and you're quite satisfied.
Yeah.
Michelle was a rebel back then, still,
Yeah, she still is, but she was a rebel then. But our father had money.
Yeah.
So, and then you had the Yolanda Henrys in the class and the Michelle Meekles in the class. So, all them people there, you look on them away because where you come from, single parent with 6 kids.
It's a much different, that different environment at that.
Oh yeah, definitely different.
So when me ask you something then, did you learn in terms of say how you feel in that environment where you know say boy? Did you feel away or you just say you're happy to be here?
No, I didn't feel in a way. I was happy to be there. And I'm the type of person that I can sit down with the richest or the poorest and I still feel comfortable. Because I don't base people on that. I base them on what's inside. So I was able to get along with everybody. Because a lot of people say, oh, this person, and da-da-da. Well, everybody is a human being. We put on our pants 1 foot at a time.
Yeah, man.
And that's how I looked at it. I didn't put that and say, oh, them rich, so I can't talk to them. No. I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain things that, when picture time for take picture, you can't take a picture because your mother can't afford it.
Can't afford the picture. Say now, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
But you have the
so
person.
I remember.
Yeah, go ahead, Salome.
I remember taking picture one time in third form, and at them time they never do the yearbook. So my picture is never in the yearbook. But I never got a chance to take it again. And every year them take picture. Things like that.
Yeah. I say we talk about that too. Remember I take school picture, but him never coming in a yearbook. So it's like sometimes you take the picture.
They had skipped a couple of years for the yearbook,
And as you realize them things, it take effort. It's not an automatic thing,
No.
People, it's a student, them have to take it upon themselves and decide them to publish a yearbook, And trust me, when I learn, the more I'm getting realize the leadership of everything,
Student leadership, man, was missing then, huh?
Well,
And even when they came to school to take picture, now everybody could afford it.
Yeah. Leadership and vision, Tony. Because sometimes you just take one person with us and let me try this and start this, and then it not. But you see,
And I admire that with tradition as well, too, and because some things that are so ingrained with some of them other larger schools where it's not a if you're gonna do it,
Yeah.
Well, it's that I was just thinking that, it's like that one of those things. It's like you do it, but you never put it in place. You say, boy, it is an automatic thing. It's every year a system in place to do it, and that is.
That's right. Tradition, institutional.
Yeah. And it become institutionalized and say every year you gotta take a school picture. And then even as I say, Salome, if some of the kids them can't learn, you have a fundraising program. No, can't learn, can't take the picture because them can't afford it. You have a fundraising program to say, you gotta take everybody, but that's why I'm saying leadership for everything, man. It could have worked, Tony, but the vision.
Actually, not. Some schools, everybody get picture, The difference is only those who pay get them developed for carry home,
Yeah.
So
But
them
everybody in the
capture
magazine,
everybody.
yeah.
And then some schools go to group picture when them can't do individual, them just the one class.
Yeah.
Boom.
Right.
That is true. It's just it's a I must say, man, everything come back to leadership. Most things come back to the leadership and the vision.
And all that drop off of Meadowbrook after,
Yeah. But Salome, let me ask you something. Because I come to Meadowbrook at the time now. Meadowbrook, I win a whole heap of trophy at Meadowbrook. Become a big time sports institution. Were you surprised that you come in an environment with Meadowbrook just to win a whole heap of things? Did that surprise you?
Well, that never really mattered to me because I wasn't into the sports. I was a good student, but I wasn't a great student. I wasn't doing sports. I didn't play the netball or the track or not like that. So that never even did matter to me because I don't even know about the cricket, this and the football, this and the, what do you call it? The micro cup or macro cup or what?
Watch your mouth,
All I remember is when we had sports day down at Bottom Field. That's it.
Well, talk to me about that then. We remember about sports day.
It was fun because I was in Sanders and we used to win everything. Sanders was the top house.
I thought everybody come in and say like a Sanders one used to win.
Yeah, because we had the runners and the this and the that. So we used to come first a lot for years. And I was excited that I was like a cheerleader. I would cheer and sing and when people are run and cheer them on and that was me. But I wasn't like a sports person where me go run or me go this or me go that.
Big time supporter,
big time supporter, big time cheerleader. I cheered the loudest and that was me.
Yeah. So
but Jenny, after she left school, when we used to play the pickup game in New York, she did it every time I cheer on Morning Cup man them, so make sure stay there.
Even though she said she know them,
It's a poor school. She must have met up for what she missed out them time.
Yeah, she doesn't realize what she missed out. Exactly.
Get on her teeth.
Exactly, Tony. She don't realize she should have supported the Morning Cup money what she missing. That time she don't know this and I know that.
But you know what it was? I was not the type that the Morning Cup guys used to like, So I wasn't
cheerful,
I wasn't the type. I never have long hair down my back. I never brown, and you know what I mean.
Someone. Oh, there.
No, it's true. And I had a fresh mouth.
What do you mean you wasn't the type? Careful,
and
man.
I had a fresh mouth on top of it too. So
maybe that was the reason. Maybe I tell you, Tony right about that. That is. Everybody have them own tears. We know shut up.
Exactly.
Trust me. If Sally even come one train, come hang out at worries, man.
Yeah. But what should we sell herself short, Tony, and think she not. Yeah, she not top on Harris or she not top. When I go.
Oh Jesus.
And Sally wasn't really. Sally didn't try to be in the in crowd them time. Then Sally was very stable and had a group, but and responsible and mature. But she wasn't like, trying to be everywhere the action was.
The groupies, because I'm the oldest girl of 6, and I had to go home every evening, go cook and clean. So I didn't have the after school thing, go to games and all that. I had to go home.
Yeah, and that's what I thought was when I asked you that if you have 6 and you were the oldest one.
Yeah.
The responsibility like a fall on you. So it's like after school you have no time to tell
them. Go home.
No, you have to just leave.
I have to go straight to home. And when I reach home, everybody I said, dinner cook yet?
Yeah.
So I went fit. I think I must have gone to 2 fits because I had to go home.
Yeah. So what impression of Bottomfield the first time you got down there?
Bottomfield was, oh my God, because at the time, Bottomfield was Bottomfield. It was nicely paved. You had the running and when sports day, each house had them corner. and you know you had a cheering section. Yeah, bottom field was bottom field at that time.
Yeah. It was
That was the place to be after you leave school property.
yeah. I don't the bottom field and sports there. That's make it
Yeah,
nice and all them.
yeah, it was so much fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Prince, I don't know if you remember him. He used to call himself Prince. We used to run.
Christopher Jones.
Yeah, Christopher Jones, and God rest his soul. He used to call himself Prince. So him used to have the group with them. You know, one time for run him was the Tapanari Star and all of that. You know, so it was fun.
Sorry, do you know why him call himself Prince?
Him say him have some, you know, him family, some.
Prince Buster Jelly, the singer Prince Buster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same father.
And father.
Oh
Same
really?
same.
That's him username Prince, really?
Mm-hmm.
Prince was, you know, Washington Yard.
I
Yeah.
never believe him.
You never believe him, Sally?
No, but hey, what am I to say
But hold
otherwise?
on. You never believe him, or you don't even know who Prince Buster was.
Both.
That's what I thought, you know. Because I call him Tony.
Yeah.
I say, because she not follow up certain things, you know. She not know it's a Prince Buster, a legendary singer, you know. From the 60s.
Yeah, man.
And great tradition. Yes. Yeah. But when in some come
Was his father still in about, but Christopher Jones, yeah man, was his father. Christopher Jones, though, boy. And we talked about this when we did interview Dwight with Margaret.
Yeah.
And Christopher Jones got to a point there where him dominate track and field for Saunders for about for about 3 years. Nobody couldn't touch him.
Oh yeah, couldn't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how good he was.
Yeah, he was really good.
In discipline, you know, so I'm never really trained as much. I wouldn't say in discipline. I'll just say Meadowbrook never had the program for training him to become what. But he could have gone to another school and excel. He used to hang out with Leroy Reed from Camperdown.
Okay, so him and Dwight was in the same year? Or I'm Dwight and Dwight?
No, I was a year below Dwight.
A year below Dwight, just the dominant him was. I got you.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Yeah. He could have gone further if he had gotten the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could have been a Usain Bolt.
Let me say something about bottom field. You know, Sally, strike a note there, in Jelly, because when you compare when Reds that take care of bottom field and it grabs up and you go down there and you look on the mountain top and it just
them.
Better than the average high school. There wasn't a lot of high school that had a field better than that them time then.
Yeah.
I remember all them houses wasn't there, so you had a good mountain view. You know, it was a nice, clean area place where you never have all these people live and traffic and all of that. So it was a good environment for the students to go to when sports day. You know, everybody looked forward to that. You know?
But let me ask you something though, Salome, because I came from all age school. You came to high school, Meadowbrook High School, not high school, the great Meadowbrook High School. Did you have a problem in terms of, say, fitting in and doing the schoolwork?
No.
What's that challenge for you? That's the question. Why are you going at that?
No. I was like I said, I was a good student. I wasn't the greatest, but I was a good student. So I didn't have a challenge in schoolwork. My challenge was concentration because I'm forever looking out the window. Because at the time, you know, you're at that age where boys take your eye now. You know what I mean?
But Tony, how should I go actually go look on the money cup guys? My shut up. See you.
Watch me pass
instead of pass. Why I tell you on outside now? Seriously, Tony, how should I talk about?
That's what I said too.
Next go and tell her story. Make sure go and put her foot in her mouth. Make sure go and make her talk.
Tell them, I know a couple man I can't call, but I don't call them.
Call them Tony, make me hear you talk.
No, you go and talk. You put your foot in your mouth. Make me hear it. You go. Because you have to look for a man outside. I'm not saying wait. After station interested in a footballer. Go ahead, make me hear the story.
I know I was only footballer going to Meadowbrook. There was other students going to Meadowbrook.
Yeah, man, I know. All right, so go ahead, man. But I say, yes. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I was Tony. Yeah, I didn't have the only primary thing I had was maths because I didn't like maths.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know, just never couldn't. I just passed it because I had to pass it, and I just passed it with the minimum score that you had to pass it. You know, but business was my thing, and I a good student in business, you know, all the business subjects, but maths I could not just get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I fit in. I think I fitted in okay, you know. So I didn't like come last into the class, if that's where you're going. But yeah.
So were the other 9th grade achievement test student that came at Meadowbrook at the same time?
Not with me from Solofield College. I didn't see
Well, you come
anybody
from other
with me.
school.
Yeah, other schools. But I didn't really know because, you know, it was a stigma coming into a high school with a 9th grade achievement.
Yeah, man, because you come at third form, everybody knows says like,
yeah,
it's a
yeah,
stigma.
oh yeah,
Right,
she never passed common entrance. She never passed common entrance. Yeah. So you tend to keep that on the down low when people ask you, you know? Exactly. Yeah, that was a sort of stigma. And it's so sad that was a stigma, you know?
Yeah,
because everybody deserve a chance.
Yeah, definitely. But I just don't know how else them could have do it. It's like, because the point is, you know, once you come into the school as a new student, you know, unless you say a transfer from, maybe I let them try to say a transfer from another school. But yeah, I can't say you're being stigmatized because everybody will look at you and say, are they? I come from secondary school or from college school and because it's a vicious thing. It's a vicious.
Oh yeah, and you see, if you're not strong, which I'm a very strong person, if you're not strong, that work on your psyche, and I was very, very strong where I didn't make nobody make me feel that I was not as good as they were.
Yeah, so you know, let me talk about that later because you bring up something, and then the first thing I said that, and I'm saying, you sound like a strong woman. Where you get that strength from?
Single parent, being the oldest girl, and I have to take care of everybody, and my second to last brother is disabled, so all of that, you know, on top, my mother was a seamstress, and you know that's a job where pay so well, so you know when you grocery you have to stretch it and you have to take care, make sure everybody go to school, everybody get dinner, everybody go to bed, all right. And growing up that age, I started cooking and cleaning when I was 9 years old. You know, and my last brother, everyone used to think that he was my son, how close we are together. And growing up, everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, you have this mother tendency around you, because I used to take care of everybody's children in the yard, because eventually the yard became a tenement yard, but a high-class tenement yard. Not a tenement yard, I have no.
Not the one that Jacob Miller sing about. I had to say no Jacob Miller, I know.
But no, Jacob Miller.
You know the song I talk about?
No, I don't know the song.
Dreadlocks can live in a tenement.
Oh, yes.
Another one, exactly. That's not yours. You're the IT.
No.
All right.
The IT title, because the yard was behind. It's a big like a shopping area on Reddy's Road. The Mr. Brown own it, and he had a bar and a shopping mall. So we used to tell people, oh, we live right behind the mall. And we say, oh, you own the mall. You're related to the people that who build the mall. You know.
I say yes.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
So, and it was like 4 houses in the yard, so it's not like a whole house or so. So, and then our 28 Reddy's Road, right in the middle of all of businesses and all of that. So it wasn't in a rundown kind of area.
Salome, remember that's correct anyway. That's not a tenement there. That's an apartment complex.
Right. Exactly.
So, you know, you have to downgrade yourself and at an apartment complex here with 4 separate flats,
yes,
Tony,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Perspective, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Now rebrand it for you, because I talk about a tenement there with no. Upscale.
It's a flat.
It was a flat.
Subdivision.
So you were a mother then long before?
Yes, long before I became, and I don't have any children, because I've always said I had my children already. I just never gave birth to them.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know,
I look at your brother and sister them long time.
Yeah. And everybody used to say, "Oh, you're gonna have kids because you're such a mothering person and you take care of everybody," and you know, so I had to come home after school finish. I had to go home.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, me have to clean, wash, vacuum, do everything.
And cook and everything there.
Yeah. So when I went to Meadowbrook, you got that little bit of freedom for the how much hours a day at school, and then when you go home, you have to start all over again. Yes, you know.
And Jelly, when Sally was at school, I always refer to her as being mature, but not only emotionally and mentally mature. Sally didn't look like little picnic there when she put on her school uniform. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what I mean. I follow you.
And
spread
schoolboy
out.
noticed that.
Yeah. Eh?
Schoolboy noticed
Yeah, man,
that.
I'm not a step to her attack. I like just.
Yeah, my mouth was fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
your
very
mouth.
fresh.
Yes. I hear you. Yes. Yeah. No. So I just want to clear that up, Sally. Nothing clear, but get an idea in terms of how you say I have 6 brothers. And I say I had some cousin came to Meadowbrook.
Yeah, the Wright brothers, Artin Wright, Gary Wright, Grayson, Dean Wright, and Warren Wright.
Yeah, and they came to Meadowbrook before you or
Yeah,
during you?
before me. No, before me.
Okay.
Before me. They're all before me.
Not sure remember if I remember.
You mean any of the yearbook them, Sally? Like, look,
No.
79?
The whole of yearbook, them maybe Saturday.
Could be.
Could be.
I don't have the 79. Warren might be in the 79, but Artin came back and was teaching there, you know.
Mr. Artin? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You know Mr.
yeah.
Artin?
Artin Wright.
Yeah.
I send the 79 yearbook, Sally. But before I send it, you can look on.
Yeah, I can look.
Yeah,
I would say Warren would be in it because was a popular kind of guy. So
Mr. Artin is in it as a teacher, I believe.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the Warren Wright, that one name sound familiar to me like somebody who don't know.
And Gary Wright and Dion Wright. And you know, Dion Wright was in the same class as Wayne Swaby, brother Tony. They were the same class. And Donovan Carr. Yeah, Donovan Carr too was in the same class.
I don't know him then. But I see picture,
I know him too.
Yeah, you don't know him too, Tony. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send
it was
Sally, that you can see. Them there. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Boy, Jelly, man, where I do my yearbook, you know?
And you know, I'm to my own, right? Tony. My original 83, 84 book. We need to call Paul Carson to make copies and him talk about somebody broke in him car and take the yearbook. Why would you steal a yearbook?
I must have made a book on.
Yeah, I must have next Meadowbrook person, yes.
Must have made a book, man, broke the car.
Anyway,
anyhow, Jenny, hold on for them, because them like goals. Every time I travel them Salome and Margaret to hold on for man yearbook, a man picture. Especially one Margaret too. Give me that picture,
hear
there,
that?
man.
Jelly.
Yeah.
You know how many years Tony promised to lend me one of the yearbook? Matter of fact, he told me that he was going to get a copy for me. He's going to
Tippy made a copy for me.
This is like 500 years ago.
I post all of the picture them. I post all the picture them on WhatsApp.
Well, me have a copy for my phone, and if Margaret keep to her word, we have more yearbook for copy and share with everybody. So I'm gonna put her up on the spot of public here now, because she'll do it for me by next week. We get some
I said I was going to start next week.
Can we get some yearbook for me to go Atlanta what year 86 yearbook? So I'm gonna post up them to me. The picture of them
was in Atlanta?
No, I had some friends who came to
okay.
I didn't post that on Facebook. My friends from 77, and you might know some of them. Douglas Crooks, a few months with a meet up. Yeah, man.
Yes.
I'm a bona fide virgin of that, man, from 50 years.
And David White. David.
No, I don't know David.
David Miami.
Eh?
No, David, you talking David with their Miami went to sixth form?
Yeah.
Good you that too,
man.
You know,
that was my crush that was my one crush in high school.
Oh. Tell us more about that.
I can understand that. David was a cool youth, man.
Yeah, I used to watch when I was in fifth form. I used to watch, they always sit down there for lunch, because, our classroom was by the cafeteria right there.
You must sit down and
and then I walk past
Yeah. I used to watch him out the window. A couple of years ago, I was talking to him and I was telling him, he's like, I ain't never said nothing to me. I said them time then. No,
seriously? So hold on. You have crush on the man and I said nothing to him. Why?
No, because that was me. I was shy in the sense that if it's me, I was like the type of person, if you are my friend, I used to me, I like the girl in a Sally, me go over there, me tell the girl, say, my friend over there, say like, but you say me, when it comes to somebody with me, like, me not do it.
You didn't not tell your friend?
No,
Wow.
That was just me. I was shy in a sense like that. David Walters.
Over that group, David, Michael, Carr, Kevin, Kelvin, Ross.
Yep.
That's a Donovan younger brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mikey Carr, David, Kelvin Ross, and another bird.
But 4 or 6 of them used to walk.
Yeah.
I know David used to have the bow leg. Oh my God.
20 so she remember all them things there.
It says, oh, man, you know, I can hear it in your voice, man.
So you finally tell him, I know, how up?
I finally told him, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you never said anything to me." That was the only guy in Meadowbrook High School from a 3 years that I was there that I had a crush on. The other one, them, they was not really crush
So
on
that 3
them.
year you look on the man?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how sometimes things go, you know?
Yeah, man, yeah. I said them things that work sometimes. I know exactly what I say. I know exactly.
Made high school more fun and made it more memorable, didn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I walk campus with her and Margaret, and as now it kind of makes sense when I walk around Pekka there. She there run on the Pekka tree there, look up on the tree them and I walk about. What's I reminisce?
Oh, that when you go down 20, that
Yeah, man, when we go down, we sit down under the Pekka tree them and she did there, I look up on the tree them and I reminisce.
I look and I wonder, that's what they tell him long time, you know. Yes, I hear you. All right, Salome, let me ask you a question now, though. Any fun memories, you remember I made a book in the classroom or on a field trip? Give me a couple of the fun memories and some of the story them you want to tell me about. In the classroom or field trip. Yeah, go ahead.
One of the it was not funny, but it was funny at the time. I remember me and Troy Campbell, God bless him soul, used to always have make madness in our class. It was history class. You see Miss Pottinger.
Make what? Badness?
Mystery.
Yeah.
And Sherlan, when last name again? Sherlan. Robert Sherlan.
You them go run for Taliban.
Yeah, they argue and during the class, and she says, "Come up to the front and sit right next to me." So I'm sit down right next to her, and him still did that bother me. So me there behind her, I argue and I carry on behind, and the lady just grab my ears. And just grab me by the ears and pull me, you know. It was so funny and it was embarrassing at the same time. That memory is sticking in my head every single time.
Hold on. So where do when she grab your ears?
No, get quiet. He couldn't do nothing. So embarrassed.
Hold on.
You know?
Say no, hear about my incident when the man grabbed my ears.
No.
You have to listen to my podcast, but I'm tell you now. Hold on. I'm in a first farm, Salome, right? With a PE class.
Back it up, Jelly. She was in either third or fourth farm, you know, and you in a first farm. So your reaction in a first farm even make it even more special.
Exactly right, because that's what I asked her. I'm in a first farm, right? And the man, me that down a bottom field, like you. I couldn't like you. My mouth of fathers are run off, man. Right? I chat a whole heap. But you can't hear on the podcast, man. Know. Jelly, the fathers are chat off more, right? And the man go hold on for me years in a PE class in a bottom field. A man named Mr. Griffiths, white man at the time. And instinctively, Salome.
Flashing.
Instinctively, the amount of Jamaican vernacular come out of my mouth. Hold on. Listen, the man turned pink. Yeah, me I tell you, me think say, me never think about it, because I think what it happened, I deal when I talk with my friend them, you know. I think what it happened to me, you know, me have a problem in the left ear, still do.
Oh.
I don't use a good out of 1 year time. For years, from my baby, I have a ear infection. And the man go hold on for my left ear, I think.
Right.
And the man grab on for me. I mean, I tell you, it was instinctive, man. And the amount of, as I said, Jamaican. I don't know if the man never heard them before. I'm frightened I hear from this little boy. Not a word more than the man get pink. I can't tell my friend and I said, wow, Jelly, that's trouble I know. And not him never carry me sat up. Peers never get involved or nothing at all. And guess what? After that, him never touch one away again.
Wow.
When my friend Dougie Crook said, boy, at least I'm glad Jelly I take up when I speak up, you know, because like him come take a set for abuse. So I tell me that when I say, it. No. But me the different than way the man. If you touch me certain way, me not care how.
Yeah.
Me just my father left what deal with me. But maybe I was lucky. Lucky.
You could have really get in a big trouble for that type of vulgarity. Especially a first farmer.
But you see what nothing exactly to him. But this is what nothing doing now. Is that he was terrified too, because I probably realized him could have get in a trouble too.
Trouble for touching you.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah. Him probably get in a trouble too. And then the fact of me with the sick with my ear. I mean I said, so it was like I never know. As I said, I never plan a reaction to Salome.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the time I use my vernacular, it plan and me have to cuss and Tony no mistake, right? So, but that wasn't planned at all. So,
Yeah.
but that,
I think it was so spontaneous, it frightened him.
yeah, man, yeah. But that wouldn't have surprised my parents though, because the last time he get a bus ass from my father, I using them words there. So it not like them are things that boy jelly mouth clean and as them sharp. That was my weight name there. That up to before my mother died, she always said, Lance, you can't stop with the cussing.
Another incident I remember, because as I was saying, I was very mischievous in school, and Spanner, God bless Spanner. Spanner used to always see me do stuff and places where I'm not supposed to be. And one morning, our window right there, so she always stand up out and look where you pass the net ball.
Like a overseer.
And she said, Salome Rose, come into my office.
What she call you?
Salome Rose, she call me my full name.
Full name, yeah.
Salome Rose, come to my office. Lord Jesus, so I had to make sure me never come in to wear white socks now, because that was a big door.
You're not supposed to wear no white socks.
Yeah. And going out office, she says, well, since you seem to have so much time on your hands, I have work for you. And she put me in charge of the first farmers then. That time I think I was in fourth farm or fifth farm. So every morning I come to school, I have to go down to the first farm class them and make sure them in them seat and them behaving myself. That's how Garfield Treasure, all me and him became good friends from first farm.
And
I left him alone.
Yes,
I was in charge of him. And he used to follow me around school at the time when he got married me. And he got me and being girlfriend. That time, so that's how.
So she made you an instant prefect.
Yes,
that's
we got married to the first farmers them,
without giving
her
the title.
And I did that till the end until the end of school. And that's when I left Meadowbrook,
Wow.
So you never get the title officially?
No, she does, because me have idle hands. And then say make work for idle hands.
But may I tell you, as Tony rightly say, it was a big job that she gave us, a big responsibility. And then and the added bonus, so you get a man who have crush on you instead of you are crush on man. Tony saw that work.
Revelation treasure.
I tell you. And that's how I know Garfield from all them years there.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I was so proud of him.
Yeah, but may I ask you something? Were you surprised that Miss Mac called you for giving them responsibility today?
No, because I guess she see in me that I'm that mothering type. That I can control ruly kids. So she said, okay, I'm going to give you something to do. And I did a very good job,
So did you realize what she was doing though at the time?
No, you're thinking about it. No, I never realized.
You never realized that because you're right. You're the leadership, what she seen here, she just said, come take care of them after you. Yeah, the maturity, right.
Yeah. Because I'm a leader, I'm not a follower. I never a follower. Up till now.
The vision where those teachers have, man, Miss McLean and number of people at Meadowbrook is like you said. Because that was a nice touch. I must tell you that. Because
and she never did that to anybody else.
No.
And she never did that to anybody else.
Right, because she have, no. And you're not getting a badge or nothing like that at all. So you're prefect, you're just in charge of them. And you were.
You don't say good when you don't need no badge and you're prefect.
Yeah,
need no badge.
Your status good for that, man. Yeah.
Just give them the look.
Yeah. You have that look that too, you just
just look for your fun. Even at my job right now.
You do that to see me?
Yeah. When them piss me off, I just give them the look, and I'm like, oh.
Okay, she mad there now. I gotta be careful.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you another question, Salome. What the most embarrassing moment you remember at Meadowbrook? You can look back on now with a smile.
I think the incident with the history teacher, she grabbed my ears in front of the class. That was the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah, so what did happen after that? After she grabbed you, just quiet?
Just quiet.
Yeah.
Because me, I get embarrassed easily. And when I get embarrassed, I get very, very quiet.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. And she actually embarrassed you by doing that to you?
Yes, because you're in front of everybody,
Yeah. And the rest of the class, I suppose, I laugh after you heard them.
Laugh.
That was the intent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I brought that myself because, you're supposed to behave in a class. But at the time, I think they're weird. But now as I get older, You realize?
You you saw him to we when Mr. Top was there. I mean, you don't know Mr. Top.
No.
Margaret.
Oh, Margaret boyfriend.
Ah, you remember?
I listen to the podcast.
Oh my God. You know me can't do no.
I listen to the
Margaret
podcast.
first crush, right? Exactly.
Sally,
Yeah.
you never seen picture in the staff room yet?
No, I didn't get to go in the staff
Such a
room.
handsome man. If you look in the, you know my album on Facebook.
Yeah.
The one with the,
Yeah.
he's in there. Just go and look.
Okay.
Maga
I'll
send
go look.
that book to Sally. Wait, me night.
Yes.
Maga send that at the 75
No
year
man,
book.
listen, my picture is very nice. Another one.
Yeah.
I think I have Mr. Bogle to on it. I'm
Yeah.
not 100%. Yeah.
I send that yearbook. That yearbook that when me just start
Yes.
school. I'm sat up in there as principal.
Yeah.
You will see it too.
Yeah.
You will see Margaret.
Because when I saw
Yeah, go ahead.
when I saw your picture, I remembered you from school.
Oh,
But
Me
I don't
too.
think you knew me. You
Oh.
knew me in school, but I remembered you.
oh, me or
Because when I
Margaret
came to
attack.
school, you. Because when I came to Meadowbrook, I think you were in floor 6 when I started.
When you started?
I want to start, Tony.
79. No.
No,
80,
that's sometimes.
79.
82, 82,
81 or 82.
81.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
one.
I was in lower 6. Salome. Yes.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, because I remember you from lower 6. You used to always, the classroom used to be upstairs
Yeah.
by where we used to type. And you're always in some group have a conversation
Yeah, man, like what
Still
I know.
is.
I
in
see
the
Still is.
room there. Yeah.
Not change. I do the same thing I know. What yeah, man, that's what I love, man. Always in a conversation, a
Yeah.
political conversation or a cricket a sports conversation. That was.
And I'll tell you, you used to sit on top of the desk and put your foot, cock your foot on the chair.
Oh, that sound like you know watching me. You'd have a crush on
Right.
me too.
So it's
See,
not
I
like
like
this.
Because like this, no, but like I say,
more than one
I'm
crush.
I'm a window looker. I'm a window looker. I observe things. I always look to see what's going on the outside. I'm always in the window looking out. You know.
Well, it's interesting how you go school and years pass and you have certain images where for whatever reason
Mhm.
Yeah,
just
man, you
In
remember
your
that?
head, yeah.
concrete and solidify,
Mhm.
and she remember that with such
Yeah, man,
specifics. No,
Mhm.
yeah.
that's cool though. That's
Yeah, it's
cool.
very
Because,
cool.
yeah,
Because I mean, I remember that when I Salome. But you're right.
Mhm.
But I remember you memory. That's why it's so
Can't
good when I
remember
talk about
everything.
them things. Yeah, a lot of people
Mhm.
come and remember things for you where they remember at all. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
that sound like something without cock up my foot on the desk and because I
Mhm.
was. What I call, I am not one way obey rules at all at school. I am.
Mm.
You like chart my one way. That was
Mhm.
the one way. I'm not a fighter or nothing like that. But me take care of my
Me
mouth.
either. Me either.
Yeah.
I don't argue. I just say what I have to say. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't drag it out and drag
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
I never had a fight in school. I never do none of that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I tell you about Mr. Top, and I send the yearbook. You can look how Margaret have
Okay.
exquisite tastes and work. Mr. Top, hold on now. What I'm used to doing, I don't have to do something to them there. No, Mr. Top, would I walk the black and would I get in that trouble? Miss Passenger wouldn't hold me ears, If you get trouble in a class, they'll just send you outside and all. It look like that was the arrangement in the walkway. So when Mr. Top come and see outside and Tony, there's no question. Him just say, Mr. Prince, come to my office and you know where I get.
Bend over.
Yeah. With a cane. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was how Mr. Top deal with it in terms of say, yeah. So
But
go ahead.
you remember? So the church was running at the back. They say you could have sneak out. You ever sneak out through the church?
Yeah, man, I carry walk through the prep school. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because our classroom was those two classrooms. So one of the corner days they had like a cement thing where you could have sit down. And I remember one day me around there, what was his name? Robert Salter. Me round the sit down. Robert Salter lie down with his head in my lap. Michelle Charlton, she sit down the curtain door with her head in her lap. And Spanner bust the corner. See, you can't run. You have to just go office. She just say, you, office.
I don't think they have on a
But yeah,
private. Yes, yes, yeah.
yes. So, those are the things that I used to get in trouble for, but nothing else. I never really have nothing that's embarrassing other than the AIDS business in front of the student. But
Yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
yeah.
I remember
But I enjoyed my
you
school
love your school.
days.
I
Oh
remember,
my
may
God.
I ask you something then, about since enjoy the school. May I ask you, which song you remember? Which song used to run the place when you go Meadowbrook? Where you remember the most? Popular song not that now. And it can be a local, a Jamaican song or international song. Which song you remember the most? Where you remember Meadowbrook?
I don't remember a song specific, but I can tell you when I used to go to school, me, Michelle Charlton, Jackie Wilson, Jackie Phillips, Andre Forbes. One time we decided to, we used the Eurythmics music band used to have this song on the station, and we decided so we're gonna call it set Eurythmics. And we used to go around the school and write up on the wall, Eurythmics was here. And that's how I remember. That's the only music thing I remember from school. I mean, I really remember anything else other than that.
Yeah, graffiti up the wall them too,
Yes.
huh?
And then when we started, the group broke off to Salome, Andrea, and Michelle. So we used to call ourselves Sam Massive. And that was written all over the school. So I think that's how Spanner came to know about us, that we was mischievous, because she was like, who's writing all these things on the school, on the walls of the school? And it somehow got to her. It was Salome, Andrea, Michelle, and then the two Jackie. So I was,
Yeah,
Spanner knew me by name.
Hold on, so who's right on the name or not calling the group?
Eurythmics.
Oh,
Eurythmics was here. Our Sam Massive was here.
I got you. No, so you see what I want to say now, Tony?
Idle hands.
I take Greg off wipe off all of them boys there.
I said too.
Take Greg and she end up with them boys there because Spanner say I paid up the whole of the wall. Man, him was responsible for some of them as mad meat. But I know him one.
Hey, but it's interesting enough. Our era, Bonds admit writing up on the wall. We know say Buffy write up on the wall. Luke Quitter write up on the wall. And for change people to do. Salome and Fair, I never even remember saying the call myself. There's mix. Sweet names are made of this.
It's right up on the wall, man.
Well, you know,
So
take Greg off for sending us some billing now because I got him clean up the wall.
Them old Tegre and she and something, brother.
Yeah,
for sure, for real.
Tegre?
Yes, same one.
Dante.
Same one. When you see me with my drink, that's all I can tell you.
Yes.
The amount of wall and clean up furniture. Yes. On that school. And,
my God. Never knew that.
So hold on, let me ask you something. Because I mentioned Miss McLean. When the first time meet Miss McLean, what impression you get of her?
Very strict. Very strict. But caring. She cared about the students.
Yeah.
She was, fet times she used to come with a ruler 2 inches apart. You couldn't dance when Spanner come. Yeah, you have to step have some space between you and the person who you dance.
Hold on. So she used to come in
no rubber dub.
Yes.
She used to come in her fit?
2 inches apart. Yeah. 2 inches apart.
That never go on my fit, but when I tell you.
Yeah, man. Spanner used to come in and walk around. If you dance too close.
With a ruler.
Scandalous with a ruler.
Spanner the day you're fat jelly, then your boy who can't call by name wouldn't get in a trouble.
No. And police have to come. Yeah. Maybe that's why Spanner decided to just keep it apart to keep it safer.
Yeah.
That keep
no rubber dub now. Bubbling.
You see when Fett over, you used to go in the auditorium, the wall them rub out. Pierre circle on the wall, them, or the people them wind off the wall them.
Jeez,
the dress fabric.
Pinch around the place, man. Champion bubblers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked her. She was a good headmistress.
Yeah.
And she wasn't unfair. If you do bad, you know, so you're gonna get punished. But at least she give you a chance for redeem yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a good headmistress.
And who we want to talk about still, what I mentioned, is Miss Headlam, So when we went 79, 80, when we went to first form, Miss Headlam was the headmistress for evening shift. And her son, I don't remember his name, but Headlam as well. We refer to him as Headlam.
Michael Headlam.
Michael.
Yeah.
Cadet boy.
Yeah, cadet
But
man, yeah.
good kid as well. But Miss Headlam was just an awesome person. And I think you guys honored her recently, is that right?
I know something. I
Repeat
think
that,
the New
Tony.
York
Not Hitchcock. Hitchburg had done
Yeah, when we did
an
Jamaica
appreciation tour.
4 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah. But just an awesome human being and a good woman.
Or I'll touch it down. Come and try to get her on. I'm actually go around to her house.
She's on Facebook, you know.
Yeah. I trying to get her, she and her son, and I try and reach out to her son. Because I figure she needs some technical help. Because I've been in touch with her, Tony. I mean, I love get her on.
Yeah, man.
But
Good Christian woman.
Yeah. And I think they did some award for her the other day. I saw it posted on the chat group. Somebody sent me a picture and give her an award.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
That's nice. No, she was a lovely lady too.
Very nice lady. But you know, when I started Meadowbrook, they had gotten rid of the first and second shift business.
Yeah.
When I started, they didn't have that anymore.
That was the first year. That was the first year it was abandoned when you were in third farm.
Yeah, man. That was an experiment. Them shouldn't even bother with that at all. I didn't like
exactly
at all. But yeah. No, you know, long Mrs. Edlam did there. Salome, Mrs. Edlam did there from my sister. I go Meadowbrook in the 1960s. Yeah, man. If you check, she probably one of the original teacher them. Yeah. I don't know far, but I know she usually teach my sister. My sister went to Meadowbrook, I think. Memory serve me right, 64 or 65. Because when I got Meadowbrook, she wasn't here. I think she graduated 71. And she went to sixth form. So yeah. No, man, she did a long time, man. She did a long
Good
time.
People. Good people.
And she's still alive. And we're to check her. Hopefully we can get her on and all of that.
And she still look good.
Yeah. So Salome, what the best learning experience you get from Meadowbrook?
The best learning experience is, I think my when I first got there the first day, my assumption that this is only for rich people, and I realized that was not true, and that we all came to once you go through them big gates up front, we all were one. No matter which part they come from, you know, everybody was on equal footing, and you have to study hard and do what you have to do, because guess what? If Jamaica have a thing, if you come last in the class, it becomes a stigma upon you forever. Even if next year you come second or third, that last in the class, and you don't want to be that one student who come last in the class. I think those 3 years was one of my best years, because when I was getting ready to graduate, I was like, oh my God, we're going to leave all these people, all these friends that I made, and then, you know, it was, yeah.
You never want to leave?
No. And then I went to Exeter Community College I left in July, you know, graduation, and in September I went to Exeter Community College. And then the following March, my mother said, okay, we are going to foreign. So I didn't want to leave, but I didn't want to go to sixth form, sorry.
You never want to go sixth form, why?
No, because I was just over. You never want to do no more school in school.
Oh, you want to go big people things?
Yes, I wanted to go college because it no more uniform, and you know, yes, made it slim and trim, and people start notice, and you want.
Tony, she want to showcase her skill now with big people.
Ready to lie, baby. Ready to lie.
She don't want no Tony. She don't want no more like a school boy.
No school boy.
No
David must
schoolers.
graduate them time.
Well, I know. I think a doctor alone used to say no schoolers, but she had to say she said no schoolers.
Yeah.
Oh my
Stanley,
God.
let me ask you this, Stanley, because you were so involved primarily in the New York chapter. How did you get reconnected? Because I remember the first reunion we had, right? And you were there, and from there it kind of grew. But how did you get reconnected? Because you were so involved.
When I moved to New York, when I started working in Flushing, Queens, I don't remember who. I think it was Michelle. I linked up back with Michelle Charlton. And I don't remember the first person who I met. I don't know if it was Kerry or maybe Nadine or somebody. And that's how I started up back with the New York. That's how I started up with the New York people. I know I had met up with Michelle, and I don't know how I got with the rest of the guys because I remember when I was in New York, we used to go to Jersey, and then we used to go to Kerry's house. And that's how I started doing the Meadowbrook thing. But I don't remember who was the first person who reached out to me and started talking about that they have a chapter there, but I just know that I was involved. And I can't remember. I have to try to remember who was it, the first person I saw.
And Jelly and Margaret, the first reunion that was in the late 90s, and we hadn't seen each other for about 20 years.
Yep.
I must say the vibes are nice, you say, Jelly.
Yep.
When you say the
Remember
first
the one in
reunion,
Florida?
what do you mean? Exactly what do you mean by the first reunion?
So our group, right, that graduated in say
84.
85, 86, right? 84.
Yeah, 84.
We were, Salome basically saying we were contacted in small groups, but not as one massive group.
Yeah.
So we decided that we were going to have a formal event. And that was the first reunion for the 80s group.
Okay, I got you.
And we hadn't seen each other for about 20 years. So when everybody linked, man, the vibe, they're just nice. And then I think, Sally, we went to, was it your apartment we went to?
Yes. My apartment used to be the spot in Brooklyn.
And we just play reggae music and domino.
Oh my God, that was
sit
so
down
much
and
fun.
just and after 20 years, it did.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
we realized how special it was. And man said, ooh, I have to hold on this.
But may I ask you something, Sally? What inspired you to say you want to do this? You want to become...
I love my school. I don't know if I can say love again. And I love the friends that I have now is my friends from high school. Every time I say it to my office, like I talk about people, because, they know in February, March, I go to New York. In July, I go to Jamaica. In September, October, I go to Canada. And my job know that for the last 12 years I've been there. So the people that I met when I was in school, those are still my friends to this day. And every year I find another one. And I'm the type of person that if I find you, I'm going to tell you, listen, we have this and this. You have to come on, even just come one time. And you're going to see how much fun it is, because I like to find people that I went to school with. And I don't know, some people have a problem with that they just don't want to meet up with people that they went to school with. I don't know what the block is, but that's not me. And I'm friendly and I'm outgoing. And anytime I meet somebody, I always try to bring them in. I brought in a lot of people that didn't even know about anything that the past students did. We just love Meadowbrook people then. Just like the other day when I was going to Canada, a girl said to me, my God, you always supporting. We love Meadowbrook people then. We just,
so
I don't know what to say.
You have something that I'm have challenges. So what I say, you come to Meadowbrook for 3 years. I love Meadowbrook more than me and Tony and Margaret. Yeah.
I feel so. Well, no, I'm not going to talk for anybody, but I'm going to talk for myself.
Yeah.
and the fact that people realize that, because I used to call me Miss Meadowbrook, because everything Meadowbrook, I was there.
You're still there at everything, Sally.
Yeah. But Avery said to me the other day, she said, damn, you come again? You come to Canada with everything going on. I said, yeah, I love the Meadowbrook people. Whether in Canada, Jamaica, New York, Florida. Remember, we used to go to Florida to Tony, remember?
Yeah, man.
When the Florida people used to do them thing.
We'll try to get the Florida thing started again, but it says Sally's like Tippy Clark, spent a short time at Meadowbrook, but it just connected to them.
Right.
So.
I see my Tippy feel too, You're right about that. You're right about that. Yeah.
And anybody me meet and me found out to them go to Meadowbrook, oh my God, it's like me meet the queen. Yeah, me just.
But let me ask you something upon what do you think attribute to that, boy? Because I love people go to them school and don't love the school like how we love it.
You know what it is? It depends on how they were treated at the school.
Yeah.
I think it's how they were treated by their peers, teachers. Because you can't be in a room and you feel alone, And I was the one that, if a new person like Andrea Chichester, she came in like fourth form, she came from Ghana, and she came to Jamaica to live, and she came to Meadowbrook. And up to this day that I was talking to her, she said, I was the first day she come to Meadowbrook, I came over to her and started talking to her, and she felt, because you're scared, you're in a new place, new country, and for somebody to come over and want to be a friend for no reason at all, And that's how it was with Meadowbrook people. We just friendly. I mean, not all of them. I'm not gonna say all of them.
No,
But
but
majority rules. Majority
drastically.
rule.
So, Jelly, again, we weren't. Well, and Jelly, you covered this several times in your podcast. So I'm just restating what was said. But the environment that was created, first of all, there's an environmental in terms of it's a nice place. The building was fairly new at the time. You have a lot of trees and softscape, and we never have, we did have a nice social mix with some people who probably had more means than the others. But the vibe that melting pot created, right? Smaller in numbers, right? The school celebrities that we had and knew, whether through sports or academic, was so reachable and talkable and engageable that we really had a nice vibe going on. And Salome, you hit a couple points. It's the people, it's the environment, it's the teachers. And it's a combination of it, of just who we were at the time when we met and how social we were. It was just and we continued it after high school.
And Margaret, you want to chime in on that in terms of why you think Sally just come there for 3 years and she just love Meadowbrook like she compete with you. I go on like she love Meadowbrook more than you.
Well, I've said this before, and I will continue to say Meadowbrook is just a family. That's it. And once you walk in, you feel like you're a part of a family. And just like Sally said, whenever I meet someone who went to Meadowbrook, it don't matter how young or how old, I accept them as family automatically. It just is.
I met a girl in Canada. She graduated 2017. 2017, Just think about it. 2017 she graduated. And she was laughing and carrying on, and me a girl joke, and she said, "Oh my God, she feels so comfortable." And at 2017 she graduated.
I could have your granddaughter.
Exactly.
But you bring up a point, and this was a question I was gonna ask. If you interview somebody that went to Meadowbrook in the 2000s, right, about the school vibe, and I don't know the answer to this, it's just a question may I ask. Somebody who graduated and went through school and graduated in 2010, just for a random number, is the school vibe the same?
I know. Well, that's a good question.
It's a good question, Tony, but we'll get into that, because eventually we're going to read some of them people, and we want to know. That's a good question that you asked. That's a really good question that you asked, Tony. I don't like no too.
I have a nephew who graduated in the 2000s. I can't tell you which one of the years. A couple of years ago. And I asked him the same question, because I sent some of the podcast to him, because I'm trying to get him to come on. Not working. Him claim him going to get one of him friend to do it. But he said that they still have that same camaraderie that we have.
That's good.
That's good fear. Well, get him, make him know, say, Jelly, no ball pace and like a easy bowling.
That's why I'm sending it to him, man. I haven't sent one. Yeah. Him some. I've not been on him about it, but I'm gonna try again.
Yeah,
because I would love to hear their.
That's right. That's right.
If them think the same way that we do, because when I was up there in July and I went up to the school and me I walk around and me I look on the place and me I say, oh my God, we must have been tiny in stature, because the place just looked small to we, but when we were there the place looked big. And me I look at some of the places and me I say, oh my God, the place looks so small, but when we were there it was like this
a big place.
Big place, this fancy place and this fancy neighborhood, and I'm going to this place every day.
Sally, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you were at Meadowbrook, how did you feel as a young lady walking through those school gates?
First of all, I felt proud that I got to Meadowbrook, because most of the people that was in the class with me never get to go to any high school. As Jello would have said, the quote unquote traditional high school.
Yeah.
So when everybody found out that I was going to Meadowbrook, I was proud as hell. And as a woman, going in there, and like I said, I wasn't, into the football thing and this and the sports thing. I was into the school thing more. So
Right.
proud. That's all I can think of.
All right. Let me tell you why I asked you that question.
Mm,
When I went to Meadowbrook
mm,
and I saw the other girls, the older one,
mm-hmm,
I had the impression, but not that the impression, they came across as very polished and
yes. The sixth formers came across like that to me.
Yeah.
Especially that girl. What was her name? I think you post a picture that you saw her the other day down in Florida. Cheryl? Cheryl's her name?
Sure. Yeah, man.
The tall girl.
Cheryl
Yeah,
Vernon.
I
yeah.
remember seeing her and she
Cheryl-
had her.
Cheryl Vernon.
She had her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
She
man.
had
Jelly.
her.
Sister in that.
She had her long sleeve and she folded it up. And then she had on her tie, but the tie wasn't tied up to her neck. It was just like loosely down underneath the V.
Yes.
And she just a strut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and I look at her and I say, I want to look like she, you know. She want, you know what I mean? Them kind of way there. Yeah.
That's exactly what I want. What I wanted to know. Because I had people that I saw that I wanted to be just. I didn't know them just by looking at them. I
Just look exactly. And then you know the sixth formers used to look good in them uniform. I don't know what them have now. I don't know what them put them in and them things what them have now, but that's another conversation. But the uniform was just nice with the skirt and the white blouse and the tie. And them just, you know, them just a strut, you know, if that's the way, if you can say that about a woman.
No,
it's like them just a strut them stuff, you know? And like them
same with the guys,
together.
you know. Same with the guys, Jelly, as young kids looking up. I always talk about Courtney Strudrick. I'm in the first farm, I look on Strudrick and sweet shoes, white socks, parka pen, long sleeve roll up. And in essence, when we became that, and first of all, not everybody can afford for dress them weather, right? So it definitely speaks that we had students that could afford that. But it set a bar of I won't call it professional, but professional students, you know, that came to school and looked good.
Yes.
And you know, Margaret, this is where the Mary Jane shoes and them socks and you know them kind of way there. And you know, I have to go back to David again. You know, him just have him shirt sleeve roll up on the tie and him have him bow leg and him just walk and a strut. You know?
Hold on. You keep us at David, like him is French?
Him call himself David.
Okay,
David. That's what he call himself. David.
And him usually wear a beret too, you know, because Kelvin and them they wear a beret at one point. But so anyhow.
David, he used to call himself, but David, me know, but David, he used to say so. Who am I to change his name?
No,
same
that's
name.
why I know. But man, I
You know what I mean?
away them. I gotta give him practice. I want to. I forgive him.
And I used to see them come across the netball court there when six farmers them come across.
I step across.
And you used to look, and you look and you say, man, when I grow up, I want to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yes,
them kind of way there.
I know that you don't want to be like that. You want to be with that.
Yeah, and the girls were smart because when you go to sixth form, that means you're smart, you know. That's how I used to think. That you're smart, that you get to, and then when you're upper six, that even means you're smarter.
Yeah, man.
You couldn't be a dummy to go sixth form, right? You earn it.
Yeah, big time when you go sixth form, man. You get your free time, man. It's like you walk around. Now, like, you become part of the administrative staff when you're sixth form.
Exactly. You're more lax.
Yeah, man.
You do what you want to because you used to run the school. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I said that was one of my greatest. I really wanted to go sixth form. Should have been in sixth form, but I had to leave. And didn't get.
You never get to do it. Yeah.
Me did done. Me never want to go no further.
You want to do no more school.
I'm going to dress up in a tight jeans. And,
man, of course. Yeah, 20. No school as fair, you know. And then a bus fare running now. What you know, want no school as.
Yeah.
Come with my minibus. That was my no schoolers.
Oh, you was one of those?
Yes, the two on the bus and all. Meadowbrook people come on anytime they want. Yes, Meadowbrook people have special.
That was horrible. That was horrible that they used to do that to the student. And then we have to walk.
But you know, the reality with that, Salome, is that the reality.
10 cents fee.
Yeah, because I guess I know, you see, the bus man around them bus, and them now get subsidized gas or tire.
Yeah.
And then want to pick them up with subsidized school. It is a vicious system. You know,
Yeah, I'll win it.
you
Yeah.
know, I get compensated for take a small affair. It's like you buy something and I sell it back, and the government got to tell you, say, yeah, if you sell it back to school, that's really less than what you buy it for. You can't say no business. Basically, that's
Yeah,
what they
but
were saying, you know. That's what they were doing.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
That's why I mean, come
But
out
that
of that
was
business
hard.
quick. I mean, I said, no, this is not a
Yeah, it was
business.
horrible for the kids. We have to walk on the road during all election time, and
No,
your green uniform. On certain places, you don't want to walk because your uniform green.
Nobody know win the so. Nobody know win the so. Salome,
It's
I agree with you.
dangerous.
Nobody know win the so. Because the man can't say no business. That's the first thing. It's a vicious system, man.
Cycle. It's a vicious. Yeah.
But me ask you, yeah, go ahead, Tony.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, me ask you another question, Salome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, life lesson you learn at Meadowbrook, you pass on to your friends and family. You say now the children for yourself. But you have no family because you don't sound like anyway you have family. And your brothers and your sisters them. Well, life lesson you learn at Meadowbrook, you pass on to them.
Treat people with respect. You do that today. Up to yesterday, we had a DI seminar at the office. Treat people with respect. Treat them the way you want to be treated. Don't belittle nobody and think that you're better than them. That's my motto from school days and up to today.
Yeah.
Respect. Treat people with respect.
Good.
You know, no matter where you come from, or like my situation when I came to Meadowbrook. We never have, can't buy a book and them things about you're going and you hold the hell high and you show respect yourself and you respect others.
Yeah.
You know, and that will serve you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, man, you can't wrong with that at all, Salome.
No. But me I tell you, if me could have redo my 3 years in Meadowbrook tomorrow, I would.
Yeah, man. That's how I feel too.
Too. I would.
Me I go back. A six farm I want to go back though. 6 farm.
Oh, really?
I told you when I weren't this, I just want to go 6 farm. Straight to stuff.
We'll go back go to 6 farm right and hey, Jelly. You see, when we had the New York football business.
Yeah.
Me and uniform.
Me and Luke coming out with uniform with epaulets and a brother.
Oh, that was so funny.
And school bag in a Jelly.
Yeah.
It's when we come in the place broke down, man. I'm out of 2 days in them school uniform and them epaulet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Charnel 1 year came in our uniform too. 6 farm uniform. Charnel. Yeah. Remember we had a ring union, Tony, and everybody got their school ring. If you didn't even get your school ring from school, they was able to order your school ring. We did a ring union, RING union, and we ordered rings, and everybody got them school ring. Yeah.
Some good memories them there, Salome.
Good memories.
All right.
That's why I say anything as it relates to Meadowbrook. I get so excited. I don't know if I'm just weird, but anything related to Meadowbrook excites me. Maybe we need some children or a husband or something, but I don't know. I'm excited when they talk about Meadowbrook. It's just. Oh man. All
right, like I said, let me ask you a question. What message you have for the existing students, current student, or future student? Our staff
Be the next.
We're going to hear that podcast at 5-10 years on road. What you tell them about Meadowbrook? What message you have for them to tell them about Meadowbrook?
Be the next leader. Teach the next
generation.
Teach the next generation. Learn where you get where you learn and forward it on.
Yeah, that's a
because
pass it on. Pay it forward.
Exactly. Pay it forward. Because the school is a great school and you have to want to learn.
Yeah.
If you go there with a chip on your shoulder attitude, say you're just going to go waste of time, you can do that too. But if you want to learn so you can look out for the next generation, take the opportunity and pay it forward. Because I was glad to get that opportunity and I've paid it forward many, many, many times. We have when I was down there in July, the Canada chapter have a program where they pick like 4 kids and they pay for them lunch for the year, for them semester and all that. Sponsor them. So there was we had 3 kids with us when it was down there. And for those 12 days, we had those 3 kids with us everywhere we went.
Oh, that's nice.
Everywhere.
That's nice.
And there was one little boy, Roderick. Oh my God. This little boy was so humble. He might go 5th form. He start 5th form in September. This little boy was so humble, and this is the next generation. Just died way personality wise, and him love him school and him focused because him want to be something, make something out of him life. And him love Meadowbrook just the way we love Meadowbrook as people graduate from 84 and I'm graduate next year or the year after. And it's just like it was. May I tell you, if more kids was like him and the other 2 girls, boy, may I tell you.
Well, you know what? The Fox, I want to do that. And he might go back and tell other students and the love for Meadowbrook.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to pass pay forward, Sally. It's going to pay forward in a big time way because I'm glad.
Because
go ahead.
Everybody on the bus, because me want him to take Tiff him carry him come Atlanta. Maureen want Tiff him carry him go to New York. Carleen want Tiff him carry him go to Canada. And it's just, when we met his mother, when we met the other 2 little girl father, their parents, and the mother was like, oh my God, this is the best thing that could ever happen to him. Give him that experience away from where them live, because where them live and us, so,
right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
So you take them out of the environment and show them that is not what the world is all about. There's other things.
It wasn't your apartment complex him live.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, it was even worse than that.
Yeah, no, man. Me know what you're talking about, man. Now, if you wouldn't expose him to that,
and
make him realize.
And the mother said it.
Yeah.
The mother said she glad him get the exposure that this is not it.
Yeah, man. It might open up, man. That's a wonderful thing on that there, Salome. Me salute that, because that is just to touch them and carry them around for the 12 days. That's a wonderful.
Everywhere we went.
That special touch there. Yeah.
And what we do
and
is
to see the success, and to see the success that came out of the school, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I tell her, especially the little boy, I tell him, man. And I got him, Margaret, Telma, right?
Yeah.
Margaret is gone. Saturday night,
I'm here.
The Saturday night, I was talking to Telma. I said, Telma, I have no work. You could have, if you wanted him. She said, yeah, man, send him come to me.
Yeah.
I sent him to Telma the Monday, and Telma hired him.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I saw. I them store the one here and big up your son, man. I tell you.
And she's singing praises up to the day. She's singing praises.
Yeah, go ahead.
She said,
Tony,
this little boy.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Salome. Finish up first. Yeah. No, you finish up and then Tony talk. Yeah.
Oh, she said, this little boy, if she could get 10 more like him.
Yeah,
I know since school started, because I called her, I said to her, how is he working out? She said, so I said, since school started, she said, no, man, him come Friday and Saturday. And when I came back home, I had texted him, just to see how he was doing, and him text me back and say, oh, hi, Miss Sally, him called me. I said, Miss Sally, I have a new phone. This is my new number. My first paycheck, I bought a new phone. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Impact that.
You see the ripple effect that I go have now, that other youth in community I go say.
Yes.
And expose, and I say there's an option to say the other option when them I say. You see me, I say to you, I say, yeah. It's a wonderful thing that's another Sally.
And you know what else? It's going to show them that people actually care about them.
Exactly.
That they know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the same consideration and care that I got when I went to Meadowbrook.
When you go there the first time, yeah.
I mean, I tell her that, oh my gosh. And another little girl, her mother do downtown, Kingston. We'll carry her go downtown, go meet, tell her mother, say we are carry her go where we are going. And the mother said, no man, she's okay to go with you because we know say we're not going to take care of her. We meet the father as a security guard at some place off of, where the road Tippy live on? Where the road, the Mullines Road? No. I don't know that road. I don't remember the road because I don't know Jamaica so well. I would see him, and she said, see, this is my daddy. And we said, what? We turn around,
And stop.
And make him come across the street and come into the van, and the man was so grateful. The man
Wow.
hugged every 12 at the 8 win in the van. The man hugged 8 win in the van and say, "Oh my God, what you're doing is such a great job." Because we're not
Wow.
give them the opportunity to say, this is not all that it is.
Yeah, and you
Them
see,
can be better.
and you see when I touch someone's life and I change someone's life without even a look for say. Because unless Margaret never invited you to come on this podcast, I wouldn't know. That's so much life
Exactly.
we're not touching. You see me, I said to you, so I'm
Yeah.
glad Tony asked the question and Margaret said, come on. And that's why I'm telling you, you say, you never say no, so you say, I just 3 years come there. I say, look on that now. Look how much story I have to tell
Yeah,
you.
but you know what? She keeps saying she came for 3 years. Kerry came for 2 years, and Kerry's having a major. Kerry has had the same kind of impact, making waves.
Yeah, exactly.
It's impressive. It don't matter if you come for just 1 day or 6 years.
No, man, 1 day, it don't matter.
It's not the time, it's the degree of commitment that you have and the emotional connection, right?
Yeah.
This is just amazing. I just love Meadowbrook and Meadowbrook.
Sometimes, some of them get by your nerves, right, Margaret? But at the same time, the good outweigh the bad. The ones that get by your nerves, you just say whatever, and then you move on.
But a life, that's that's a life.
Yeah.
You have to take a life, boys, is an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
If you not get them challenges there, you're not going to feel good about the good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, right.
You see me, I said to you, that's a life work. That's a life work. But when me ask the whole on, go ahead, Margaret. Sound like you had something to say.
No, man, I was just saying people are always going to be people, so you just keep moving.
Exactly.
Because Margaret, you sort of know me by now that me just not put up with foolishness all the time. So, just next.
But 20 years strut our stuff is alright.
Let's go.
But me ask you try a question though. I got that question I to say I'm a virgin a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to forgive man for this. Ian Chung. I don't know if I know him. They make their Meadowbrook. Tony might know him. The Chung brother them, Richard and Ian Chung. And I said, Jelly, why not ask a question? I asked him, I said, what do you think I should ask? Sorry. I just said, tell me anything you want to talk about. I'm going to start with you first, Margaret. I see him question for all now. But how you feel now? I bring up back Meadowbrook stuff after all these years. How does it make you feel? I bring up back the memories of Meadowbrook after all these years.
Well, I've always said that I would do high school all over again, and people always look at me weird. But as you notice, everybody that come on, well, not everybody, but most people who come on say the same thing. Listening to these memories give me a very warm, fuzzy feeling, and not just that, it opened my eyes to a lot of things that I had no clue was happening at school. It opened my eyes even wider in terms of how different many of us grew up, and I had no clue because it felt like just one unit. So like people come on and they're saying, oh, I grew up in this neighborhood, or I had these challenges, or I didn't have books, or I didn't have this. I had no clue. No clue. And it's just amazing. And I don't know, this podcast has opened my eyes and my heart, make me want to do even more for Meadowbrook. So we're always saying thanks, Jelly, and I'm saying thanks again.
Oh, you're most welcome, Margaret. As I repeat, I say all this time, and maybe silent at the first time I hear this. I'm going to talk to Tony about this podcast before. Tony, I'm one of the few persons who knows I'm going to do this. And Tony encouraged me to start and go. Face inspire me, but before I go, I talk to Tony, and Tony say, yeah, man, go try it and say. I mean, discuss name and all them things and strategize. And Tony tell me, say, boy, Jelly, once a week you let it out. And I just think, say, all I'm going to talk to, I don't want to play football and cricket. That's all I'm going to talk to. But I know, I don't talk to 40 man who play that already, so I don't have nobody else to talk to. And it turn out, say, everybody want to come tell them story. Even people like Salome, who no want no schoolers, and no want no cricket and no football, a big man she want. See me as a 20.
Me hear you, brother. A true man.
not true.
Always
That's
have
not
one
true.
common friend.
So
No,
Tony,
not true.
same question to you, Tony. How you feel I bring up about the Meadowbrook memories after all these years?
You know, you hear me say this before now. Well, when I was in high school, there's one thing when you have a good time and you realize after the fact, say, "Wait, that was a good time, wasn't it?" But me did recognize that we had something special going on. And I remember even when I knew that I was gonna migrate, I just wanted to take it in. I said, I bring my camera come school, I'm gonna just take picture, just for capture it. I knew that the people that I was with we had a special bond. Americans cherish them college days. You hear them talk with them college friends and them have college reunion, not so much on the high school. What college is to the US, high school is to us in Jamaica, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and it's interesting that so many people acknowledge that they would love to relive those days. That's a very significant statement of saying how much the time, the period, the relationship meant to us. And the fact that for us, almost 40 years later, we're reflecting in such a favorable way. A lot of us had suppressed a lot of these vibes and experience and memories and thought it was just gone. And so, Jelly, second what Margaret said, this platform has allowed us to relive, to reminisce, and to reconnect with. At this stage in our lives, we know what we like, we know what we don't like. We know what memories we want to hold on to, what we don't. And the fact that we've all gone back and cherished our time at Meadowbrook as such a significant time in our life, enough of we drop out at this stage, and we still acknowledge it. And here's the deal, and Jelly Man talk about this enough. As we continue to age in our 50s and our 60s, we're not all going to make it to the rest of the way. And so everybody you capture, and every time that capture, in essence, becomes somewhat of a legacy testimonial.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we have lived life and have so much comparison and still go back and cherish the time we had in Meadowbrook so much really speak to how special it was and how life changing. And so for me, the confidence I got in high school has carried me through life. And I can say that for most of us, the experience we had in the whether 2 year, 1 year, 5 year, or 6 years, um, was just life changing for us. So, to answer your question, brethren, truly blessed and honored to have met the people who we met, and to still, Salome say our best friends are still our high school friends, to still have them play such a important part in our life, man. We realize how blessed we are, brethren. And so, thank you for the platform for reigniting those emotions.
Salome, the same question to you. How you feel I bring up back all of the Meadowbrook memories after all these years?
Wow, after Tony and Margaret, we don't know if I can say anything else that they haven't said. But what is just, it brings back good vibes, good memories of childhood, that you would love to redo again if you get the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And just listen, like Margaret said, just listen to some of these stories. You never know that these things happen to some people, that different environment they come from, different situation that they come from, like myself, that we got this great opportunity to go to this great school, and we turn out well. If I do say so, we turn out well.
Turn up,
We're good human beings. How about that?
turn
We
up,
turn out to be
turn up more than well,
good,
Salome.
yeah,
Turn out excellent, man. More than well.
excellent human
Trust me. You
beings.
see, what you send me tonight, I would where you do for the youth, where you carry them up and down and meet your mother
Mm,
and father.
mm,
We
mm,
don't need nothing more than that, man. That worth the price of
mm,
admission, man. Just that story alone. I'm glad
mhm,
to me there and I hear them conversation. And everybody
mhm,
hear them conversation, yeah.
mhm.
Sometimes, you do it and it feel like I'm not near doing it, but trust
Exactly,
me.
because yeah, it was just like hanging out with this person.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just show him, say, listen, we went to Meadowbrook. This is where we are in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
You can do the same thing. You can pay it forward. You know what I mean? You don't have to have millions or come from a whatever. Treat people with kindness and respect, and you can be whatever you want to be in this world. And I think I learned that from my mother and from school and my friends. And like they say, these are the same friends I had when I was in third form that I have now. And I'm what, 56 years old? You know what I mean? Even though I look like me 25, but that's another conversation. But
That's another one indeed. Just Tony.
She's still young, man. Me seen a yellow dress too in a solid. Me seen a yellow dress for Canada. Me seen a yellow dress, baby girl.
Wow.
you know, it's just lifelong lessons we learned from school. And boy, Margaret, if you find out how we can redo our high school years, tell me. Cause me and you within the same class.
All right.
You
And the
know?
same goes for you.
Yes.
Me go drop a quick seed. Me go drop a quick seed. You see, on the reunion, when they're planning the reunion,
hmm
you should have a retro day, right? Where you do everything from the 80s. Where you dress like the 80s, you play music for the 80s, you listen to commercial from the 80s, you talk
Yeah.
about food from the 80s,
Yeah.
and you just relive it. And it's a short window, you know. You just make like an evening where everybody just come in and just relive it.
And for top it off, Tony, I have like a minibus. I said, no schoolers.
No
Exactly.
schoolers.
Exactly. And the New York
Take a
chapter
line
have
up outside and just
Make Sally
everything.
be the conductor.
With some loudspeaker, play some
exactly.
Yes,
dance.
exactly. You don't know, Mark. Exactly.
And you have to stamp on the door, the money between your fingers.
Yeah, man, your finger, exactly. Remember, it good no right to the finger money.
Drivers, no schoolers.
I tell you. The New York chapter is having a meeting, I think, this Sunday. I'm gonna send a message to Nadine. See if she can use her idea, Tony. That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
don't know. Me just
believe it or not,
go
I got
ahead.
2 more questions I have left for you. I must say
Okay.
I talk for 2 hours. So it's not nothing. I feel like I'm nothing at all. I love
Exactly.
conversation. Yes.
Exactly.
I'm going to go around the table again. I'm going to start with you this first time, Sally. Any question
Okay.
or any topic where you want to comment on where you think I never bring up? Because a lot of time people come on them conversation, yeah. And them leave and I say, boy, I don't want to tell anybody ask about this or that. You know, I say, anything you want to talk about. The floor
You know,
yours.
the surprising thing is that it didn't feel like I was being interviewed. It felt like a group of friends just sitting down having a conversation.
We're going to clip that and make everybody hear because that's what I call it. If you realize introduction every week, I don't mention the word podcast at all. I say Meadowbrook members conversation because that's what it is.
Yes.
It's not an interview. I not got your question and this your question.
No. It's like we just reminiscing about the good days, the good old days.
Yeah, man. So when you spread the word, I like you to tell them. It's not don't use the word conversation. Go join the Meadowbrook members. Don't use the podcast. Go join the conversation.
Everybody I talk to, I tell them, listen, no need to call Margaret and try to get on the podcast. Everybody
here's a podcast. Get on the conversation.
Okay, I'm going to change it now to conversation.
Exactly. It's a podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to change it.
Them think of question and answer 20. Exactly. Questions to ask them. No.
Exactly.
The conversation
is I go and get Andrea Chichester to get her conversation.
Would be interesting,
she came from another country and she came there for like 1 semester, I think. I'm going to talk. Spoke to her yesterday. I'm going to call her and ask her.
Yeah, man, I love getting a perspective there. A foreigner.
Yeah. Yes.
At the port.
Coming to Meadowbrook.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I love
want to speak to her.
I love that. But send her on to Margaret or you contact me directly, whichever way you
want
it.
Yeah.
Margaret.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to her.
To Margaret and then Margaret. Once it go to Margaret, it will happen. No worry yourself.
Yeah. Oh, me know it will happen. Because Margaret been talking to me and now certain situations happen where I couldn't do it before.
Yeah.
But this time I say, okay, let's do it Friday, and here I am.
No, not before the time, man. Or
yeah, exactly.
Job well done, baby girl.
Exactly. Thank you, sweetie.
Not before the time. So, Margaret, the same question to you. Any question where things say the one Jelly never bring up, or could I bring up? I want to talk about.
Can't think of any.
Okay, good. And Tony, my brethren, any question or any topic where you think we could have bring up, or me never bring up at all?
No, sir. I know these 2 young ladies for quite a while and enjoy the conversation.
Yeah, man. Good. So, Salome, Sally.
Yes.
The last question everybody get on this conversation and them come on, What made Meadowbrook magical?
Everything. I know that's a crap out answer, but the school, the teachers, the friends that you made, the just the everything, everything. You know, I don't have not one bad thing to say about Meadowbrook.
Mm-hmm.
I never had a horrible experience. I know that everybody can't say the same thing, but from the first day I went there to the last day I left, I had the best experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have nothing negative to say about it. It's that I wish it was longer, but unfortunately that could not have happened. But I don't have nothing negative to
Not
say about my
negative to say about
school.
Meadowbrook. Wonderful.
No. Mm-mm-mm.
Wonderful, wonderful. So
Maybe the only thing is I wish Spanner was still alive now to still be the principal at the school.
yeah, and we'll have to get her on and with our rule
Yeah.
on this program and make she
Yeah.
come tell you
Yes. 2 inches apart.
I'll forget her on our ruler. Our ruler should have our tape measure.
Yeah. Ruler.
Ruler, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you. 1 foot apart, eh?
Yeah. Spanner.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, but before we close it out, I like ask, I'm going to start with you first, Margaret. Any closing remark?
Yes. I want to say thank you to Sally for just coming on and for spreading the word. I appreciate that. I appreciate you trying
So
to get some of
welcome.
these ladies to come on.
Mm.
If you can speak to Caroline Simpson, and I'm not going
Yeah.
to start calling her name and I'm going to keep at it, like like how when the ocean gently erode
Yes.
the beach. Caroline Simpson, if you're listening, I'm not going to stop, so you might as well just come on.
Mm-hmm.
Should be really good. Should have some good
Yes.
stories. In
Yeah.
fact,
And
let me give you a Caroline Simpson story. I'm going to put a plug for Caroline Simpson, right? Spanner asked Caroline Simpson to quote a Bible verse. You guys know the story? You guys heard this one?
no, I've never
No.
heard that one. Bless you, whoever sneezed.
Yeah, me. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead,
So
Tony.
Spanner
Sorry.
asked Carol for quote a Bible verse, and guess what she said? The shortest verse in the Bible: Jesus wept.
Jesus a wept.
Jesus wept. That's all she did. Spanner go and asked me for Bible verse, and when they get to Caroline Simpson, she said Jesus wept.
Wow.
That sounds like Carol.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear
have-
her podcast.
Yeah.
2 people that I would love to have, really, really love to hear, Caroline Simpson and Elizabeth Ford. They have some stories, and they share the stories,
Yeah.
And then them say, "Oh, I really have nothing to say. Me can't this, me can't that." But their stories are awesome. I would love to hear them on here, and I'm not going to stop until I get them.
Because you know what it is, Margaret? I think they have this idea in their head that it's a podcast and they're going to be asked questions and they have to answer the question. But if you sell it to her as a conversation with all friends,
That's
you know,
No, man, but
yeah.
Caroline listen to them. She listen.
So
Elizabeth,
what?
I've sent her some. Them listen.
Maybe we should hear me upon this one. She might say, okay, she's going to do it, but I'll ask her.
Yeah, man. When she
Yes,
hear this,
please.
when she hear that, we take time gradually bring them in. Don't worry yourself. I get that. So you, Sally, any closing remarks?
No, it was a wonderful. I wish I had done it earlier. I'm pleasantly surprised that it's such a fun couple of hours, and it could go on all night, but I know that's impossible. But that's all. I thank you, Margaret, for being on top of me, and Tony. You know me love you like cook food. We come from way back when. Even I made a little crush on you one time too, but that's another story. So I'm so glad that Margaret and Tony was on with me, that I felt very, very comfortable in divulging some of my secrets.
Yeah, including the secret admirer.
And Jelly,
yeah,
it was nice to meet you.
Fine. Yeah,
you're a great host. Great host.
Yeah, thank you.
Great
Same
host.
here. Nice to meet you,
Great
Sally.
host.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Good. What if new
Great
friends
host.
me are meeting and them conversation?
Yeah.
That me love. I love the conversation. As you say, I'm Meadowbrook. You see me all the time. This is like me still at school, you know. When me having a conversation.
Exactly. It's like you're sitting on the
man.
bench at that.
See, me feel like me still at school. So this is coming like fun to me. Me that talk the whole night like you said. So I'm realizing and a cricket or football, once I talk about Meadowbrook, me not gonna stop talk at all. More hear the story. You know what so
and then you start remembering things.
Man, exactly.
You start remembering like, oh my God, I remember that.
Exactly. So 20 more. Any closing remarks?
No, bless up everybody. Take care of yourself, stay healthy. And let's think about that reliving the memories and keep have an experience that just feel authentic to the school days. And we can talk more about that later.
Yeah, man. Ladies, as I said, Salome, Saleh.
Yeah.
What's the last name? I missed the last name.
Rose.
Salome, Saleh Rose. It was a real pleasure finally meeting you. Margaret Livermore, as I said, the one and only, as I have to describe her, who make sure all of the female come on and not stop depend them. She just text me and said, Jelly, I have somebody. I say, yeah, I could name the date, I'm ready. I'm a big time friend. Bonafide, can't find him, 20 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would welcome the opportunity to come again.
No, man, don't worry yourself. That'll go happen. If you get anyone your friend for come on, well, Margaret knows that this is the deal. If you get your friend for come on, and they're comfortable, you have a course, you have Margaret course them. So we do that. So get one of them come and say, yeah, man, I'm not there, don't worry yourself. You see me, I said to you? That will make the conversation flow more and all them things there. And the only thing missing is that I'm in a drink, so we don't have no toast or nothing, but alcohol free.
Okay.
But anyway, I bless.
But Jelly, if you want to have alcohol, by all means, you can.
Exactly. We're not gonna know. Nobody gonna know. Nobody.
Exactly.
You there?
I know where I drink.
Jelly now run DUI upon you. Know worry yourself. Exactly. Then I'll comfort your bedroom or wherever you do the pot in your house.
Exactly.
I just enjoy the 2 hours you come talk and all them with it.
I'm go call Nikki from Texas.
Selling over white rum upon our table.
Right,
Moscato, baby.
Okay. All right, bless up people.
Anyway,
bless up. Take care of yourself.
Saleh Rose, Margaret Livermore, Tony. God bless you all and God bless Meadowbrook. And thank you for coming, come sharing the story with me here. So I love this. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. All right, good night.
Yeah, man.
Bye.
Thanks, yeah. Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories. And remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.